foundational geometry figure is an angle. Okay? Today and tomorrow are all about angles. So we first need to figure out what makes an angle. Actually, it's two rays. So what's a ray? It's part of a line and extends indefinitely in one direction or forever. That's why it only has one arrowhead. You name a ray by starting with the end point and then any other point on the ray. So in our example here, what is my starting point? A. So you put A, B, and you put a little ray on top, so only one arrowhead on this guy. So like I said, two rays together form an angle. Their common endpoint is called the vertex of the angle. And the rays form the sides. We name an angle using 3 letters, and I'll show you what that looks like in a second. But what you must remember is the middle letter is always the vertex. So if I wanted to name this angle up here, you just trace it out. So let's say I start here to be angle A, B, C. So I'd write it angle A, B, C. The A and C could switch spots, but B has to be in the middle since it's the vertex, okay? I bet you guys already know these because it's kind of elementary, but we can classify angles. How would you classify the one on the left? Acute. What about the guy in the middle? And the one on the end?
Right.
See, I told you. Fill those in if you have it already. What if the angle looked like this, though? What would you call this guy?
180.
Straight.
Straight. If you want to add that to your notes, I should have that in there. That's a straight angle. It would have measured 180, though, you're right. Okay, let's see some examples of angles here. It says, name the vertex of this angle. What would you say? K. Yep, what's in the middle? It's K. Name the sides. So remember, the sides are rays. So how would I name this ray right here? KJ. You put the little ray on top. And then our other one would be KL. So we have actually 3 different ways we can name this angle. Does anyone know one? Yep, angle JKL. Angle JKL. What if we went, yep, go the other way, LKJ. And if we just have one angle in our picture like this, we could just call it simply angle K. How would you classify it? Yep. Greater than 90 degrees. If we have 2 angles that have the same measure, they are called congruent. Just like you can have congruent segments. They're exactly the same. But this time in the picture, they'll have little archy marks on them to tell you that they're congruent. Those red little arc marks. So if I look right here, do you guys see angle ABC is 65 degrees? It has one little slash through it. What angle would be congruent to that? Yep, DEF. Why don't you guys write that down for an example? Those 2 angles are congruent. And then you guys see how angle CBE right here has 2 arc marks? It would be congruent to angle BE because there's 2. Does that make sense? So they correspond to each other. What did we say bisector meant? Or means?
Two sectors.
So to cut in half, right? So we have the same thing called an angle bisector, which is when we cut the angle in half. So what would be our angle bisector in this picture? Let's first see. Do we see how we have this huge angle that measures 160 degrees?
Yeah.
And it's being cut in half, right? That's why it's 80 and 80. So ray YW would be our angle bisector. How about you guys start the next one? I'll slowly put answers up on the board. See if you guys start example 2 and answer those questions. And if you don't know it, skip it. We'll go over it. Any volunteers to put just answers on the board? One answer, if you anyone you want. Okay, what's the vertex of angle 2? Yeah?
Yeah.
Whatever one you want, or all of them. I don't care.
Whatever one I want.
Yeah. Or anyone else?
I'll go.
You guys are awesome. It's hard to write up here. Perfect.
Oh my God, Logan.
You, yeah, as long as you pick a pen up, you can write on there.
Isn't it silly? Here's your backpack.
Anyone else? We are very good at classifying. We're rocking it. Anyone else want to go up there? YTW. Perfect. It is scary. I know. No one likes to walk in front of people. Name the sides of angle 4. Should be TW, TZ. Write another name for angle 3. So if you trace it out, those are your letters you're dealing with. So you could have had angle, what? UTZ. Or you could have flipped the order. Same thing. Then write another name for angle 1. Anyone? What'd you write? YTX. You feel okay with this, guys?
Yep.
Alright. The last part is just a little algebra with our angles. So there's a lot of reading. Just mark your picture, alright? It makes your life so much easier if you just mark your picture. But it says in the figure we have opposite rays right here. Okay, so we're getting this big angle. And then it tells us KN bisects angle JKL. So this angle right here is being bisected. So what do I already know? What does bisected mean? It's getting split in half, right? So you go like this. So you put your little arc mark so you know they're equal. And then we're going to label what they give us. So if JKN is 8x minus 13, and angle NKL is 6x plus 11, we want to find the length of, or the measure of angle JKN, this guy. So first we have to set up an equation, right? Anyone have an idea of what that equation would be to find x? Yes, sir.
6x plus 11 equals 8x minus 13.
Yeah, this is being cut in half. We know they're congruent, so this guy equals this. My x is to one side, my numbers to another. You guys get 12?
Yeah.
So now it says find the measure of angle JKN. What do we gotta do? I want this angle measure.
Insert 12 in x.
Plug in. What did you guys get? 83? 83? Are we okay with that example? Okay, let's try one more. This time it says, suppose the measure of angle JKL, so this huge thing, so I'm going to go like this to represent that, is 9y plus 15. And the measure of angle JKN is 5y plus 2. Find the measure of angle JKL. So what's the relationship between the whole thing and this guy right here?
5y plus 2 is half.
Right, the whole thing, this is half of it, right? So it's bisected. So you can double this instead of equal to that, or take half of that instead of equal to there. I don't like fractions, so I'm going to double this because I like whole numbers. Okay? I'm going to take 2 times 5y plus 2 equals 9y plus 15. Distribute. measure of JKL. So what do we got to do, guys? Find JKL. Plug it in. What'd you guys get? 14.
Does it matter which equation you plug in?
For this one, just since they gave it JKL, I just plugged it into here since it was already given to us. Okay, that is angles in a nutshell, folks. There's your assignment. It's a quick one. Labeling, and then 3 algebra problems, okay? Let me know what I can do for you.